So your question is, why am I so positive and so happy? Easy answer, it's the only way to be. There's just so much in this world to do, and you've got such a short time on this planet. Why not take advantage of that day, explore new opportunities, go out and challenge yourself, but every day has something new and exciting. You're going to meet somebody you never met before. Take the opportunity to say hi. And, it's just, are you always happy? Maybe is a question you ask. And I would say, yes, I'm always happy. A lot of it comes from spirituality and being close to God. Because I know that if something catastrophic happens, if a parent passes away, if a child gets in trouble or hurt, if something disastrous happens in business, that actually is God challenging you to overcome that, to not let it be a drag on your life. And that if you look at everything in a real negative light, your whole world becomes negative, and you'd be surprised what it does in terms of your relationship with your children, your relationship with your family, what it does to your health. Whereas if you actually every day and every challenge that you face, if you face it, saying, I know this is going to be tough, I don't want to be here, but the good Lord's putting me here for a reason, and that there's going to be something out of this that I'm going to gain. I don't know what it is now, but if I go in with the right attitude, I know, with a positive attitude, I know I'm going to be able to persevere and get through that. And I think that if you can spread some of that happiness and really embrace the happiness, it just makes your life so much easier. You're healthier, your family's much healthier, your relationship with your wife and your spouse is that much richer. Regardless of what negative or bad circumstance you might be in, that the good Lord's looking after you, and you're there for a reason, and you're there to learn something. The Lord sometimes tests you, and it's in those tests that I think you got to redouble your efforts to look at things as, half full rather than half empty.
Having an optimistic attitude and just appreciating God's goodness in your life, and being able to look at life and believe that God does have a plan. Because He does, by the way. He absolutely does. It's one of the themes of my ministry, and I'll always say it as long as I have breath and can speak with clarity. I'm going to tell you, God has a plan. God has a plan. Now, that plan will probably not be the same as your plan, because most of your plans, like my plans, are direct routes. I prefer the direct route. God takes us on some turns, but His plan is the best plan. And having a kind of optimistic attitude about your life and about God's working in your life will positively bring you happiness. But there's more to attitude than just optimism. You also have to have an accepting attitude. And when I talk about accepting, I'm talking about accepting both the good and the bad things that happen in your life. Both the good and the bad. Let's talk about the bad for a moment, because that seems to be the part that trips up more people. A refusal to accept what you cannot change brings enormous unhappiness into your life. And I'm going to say that again. A refusal to accept what you cannot change brings enormous unhappiness into your life. It does. And some of you are unhappy simply because you refuse to accept what you cannot change.